Hi everyone, so my name is Joseph Michael. I'm not going to start this video, and I usually like to start it in a cheerful or sing-song kind of way. But out of respect, this video is in honor of Lance Reddick, who unfortunately we got the news. I say we, I mean the general public got the news that he passed away just this past weekend, March 17th, 2023, and he was born. He was born on June 7th, 1962. So again, I'm just doing this video as an honor and to respect Lance Reddick. The order that I get, pardon me if I'm going back to the video because I was looking at information. The order that I get, the more of a hypocrite that I realize that I'm becoming, and I mean that in a neutral kind of way. When I was younger, I had never really understood how people could get so personally affected by celebrity deaths. And I haven't really experienced one. I'm not really into Hollywood or into. I do enjoy TV shows, but I'm not really into Hollywood and television. I guess the big screen or the silver screen. To that extent, I barely got my favorite director over the past 3 to 5 years. It's Mike Flanagan. But yeah, I had my first experience with a quote unquote celebrity death with Kentura Mora. I'm going to mispronounce as I always do, but the Magica. That's the Japanese term for a writer who writes for manga, or the author for a manga. Since I can't really pronounce it, I'm just going to stick with writer or author. But Katsuro Moro was the writer for the manga Berserk, and his passing was quite sudden. And as an individual, I had a personal connection just because I started reading Berserk when I was in grad school, and that was something that I really looked forward to when I had a lot of work on my plate. I'm getting the chills a little bit just remembering it because it was really a joyful time for me when I was able to sit down, have my lunch, and to be able to read the next volume of Berserk. It was a great journey that I was able to experience because of Katsura Mora and his creation. And I did feel a little bit, not at a loss because I feel like that's very dramatic, but I did feel his death, his passing away, knowing that he's not going to get the chance to finish the story that he created. And if anyone has ever read Berserk, then one knows it's very much a story about determination, about struggling, and about how to continue with life when it seems like maybe it's too difficult to continue, right? So moving on to Lance Reddick, when I heard about the news that he had passed away, at first I saw it on social media and I thought it was just people being silly. They just put rest in peace or R.I.P. Lance Reddick, and people are just silly on social media. I didn't think anything of it. But then once I saw that there was actual articles coming out and that people were posting that there were individuals doing vigils in the Destiny community via the tower. So I'll get into that in a minute. I realized, oh, this is not a joke. This is unfortunately a real event. And I did hop on. I was already playing Destiny earlier that day, but I didn't go to the tower because I didn't have any need to. I was doing seasonal activities instead. So I decided to log in really quickly and just to check out the tower. And I noticed that it took a little bit longer to load into the tower. And my first instance was actually alone. It was just me by myself. And very rarely does that happen. That only occurs when there's like technical issues going on, when there's system maintenance going on. And I can't get the feeling that probably occurred because there was a lot of people trying to log, or rather, they were logging in but trying to load into the tower. So I just went back into orbit and I loaded back into the tower. And when I did so, two other Guardians appeared next to me. And without thinking, I just started going right away forward because I did notice that there were other people. There was only one person in front of Savala, Commander Savala. That's the character that Lance Reddick voiced. So all three of us start moving forward, but myself and the other Guardian, I think we realized what we were all doing. We both stopped. I stopped because I was a little bit embarrassed. I was like, I don't know how to completely describe it, but I just felt like I didn't want to speculate. I wanted to participate, if that makes sense. And I don't know, but I just stopped, and so did the other Guardian. But then we kind of started moving forward slowly. The third Guardian, they just went right away towards Commander Savala. And when they did that, we both realized, well, I think we kind of know why we're here. And we started walking together. I'm not going to lie, I did start kind of getting the chills when that occurred. Just because it's three random individuals and we all came to, well, I would hope again not to speculate, but to participate in showing respect to Lance Reddick through his character, Commander Savala. The third Guardian, he did do his a emote with the sword and his shield. I don't know what it's called. And once he did that, myself and the other Guardian, we also did our own emojis. The other Guardian, he had the glaive emoji, so I went ahead and did that as well. I did my best to be uniform with everyone else. But then after that, I decided to use my dog emoji. And then eventually more Guardians started joining us. And it was pretty cool. I actually did take a couple pictures just because I thought it was a cool moment. It's Lance Reddick who was able to bring all these random individuals, these strangers together in order to show respect for himself, right? So I'm only just doing this video again just as a discussion of how I'm having realizations about how I suppose celebrities can have impacts on individuals, on people. Obviously, I do think there's a healthy way to demonstrate it and an unhealthy way. But I think that fans getting together, that's a fine, healthy way, right? The same thing happened with Kotaro Mora and Final Fantasy 14, an online MMORPG. A lot of the fans got together and they actually hosted a little pilgrimage from one city over to the next city in honor of Kotaro Mora. And they also just did emojis as well for him in honor of him too. And I decided to do this video as well. I was going to keep it personal, which is private. My friends know that I enjoy Destiny, and so do my coworkers, my colleagues, and everyone know at work I have a tendency to talk about Destiny 2 and Destiny 1 as well when it comes up. But what made me decide to post this video as well is just because Lance Reddick's wife, unfortunately, you know what, out of respect for her, I will look up. Her name is Stephanie. Her spouse, I am on the Wikipedia page. That's how I got to it so quickly. Her marital name, last name is Day. Her first name is Stephanie. So Stephanie Reddick, Lance's wife. She actually posted sorry guys. She actually posted, I don't know where, but a statement. I don't know if it was on social media through an interviewer or a journalist. But just stating that thanking everyone for, you know what, everyone, let me just quickly look up the pardon the silence, everyone. I'm just going. So this was from, let me see, there is a source maybe. So again, unfortunately, I don't know, this is from social media, from a quote from a journal or an article, but this is from Stephanie Reddick. Quote, Lance was taken from us far too soon. Thank you for all your overwhelming love, support, and beautiful stories shared on these platforms over the last day. I see your messages and can't begin to express how grateful I am to have them. And to the thousands of Destiny players who played in special tribute to Lance, thank you. Lance loved you as much as he loved the game. Donations may be made to momcares.org in Baltimore, his hometown. So when I read that, I just, because if one is not aware, Lance Reddick was very much involved with the Destiny community. He's been involved since the creation of Destiny, since Destiny 1. But other voice actors, for example, like Nathan Fillion, Gina Torres, who played Kate 6, and Akura, respectively. Obviously, they have busy schedules, and so unfortunately, they either Bungie was either forced to recast the voices or to remove the voice completely. With Kate 6, the character was removed, and with Akura, the voice was recast. Lance Reddick did not want to do that. He always wanted to participate in the main narrative of Destiny as well as the seasonal content of Destiny 2. He very much was a fan, so he played Commander Zavala, the Titan Vanguard. But in his personal life, Lance Reddick actually played as a Warlock. He was a Warlock main. And I think that's actually really cool. I'm only smiling just because we only know that the fan base because he would share his experiences. He would post videos on social media and he would just talk about experiences playing the game as a Warlock. So what made me decide to post this video was because of that message that that Stephanie Reddick shared. And I am a Destiny 2 player. Unfortunately, I wasn't there since the beginning. I did have participated in trying it out, but I was not an active, engaged player until Beyond Light released. And it was really cool seeing on social media how Lance Reddick would play with the community. The easiest example would be when the season of the Chosen begins, when Kato asks us to bow. And Lance Reddick, he read a message from a fan. I would recommend that one checks it out. Actually, I'll go ahead and just link it in the bottom. If anyone wants to check it out, and they have the full cutscene, and they interjected Lance Reddick's his voice into it. Besides for Destiny 2, I did appreciate his performance in The Wire. I used to be an individual. I would hear about The Wire. People say it's one of the best shows, if not the best show. And I would think to myself, well, I don't know about that, right? But then I finally watched the show, and I'm one of those individuals. I do truly believe that The Wire is either the best show or one of the best shows made. And Lance Reddick, let me quickly just look up the character that Lance Reddick played. He played Cedric Daniels, a captain in that show in charge of the police, in charge of the protagonist who were working with law enforcement. And he did such a great job with that character. Spoilers for The Wire, but the show ends with him changing professions, and he does so in such a way where he has support from the relationships that he created, both professionally and romantically. And definitely the show will not be the same. A lot of the actors in that show did a great job, but definitely if Lance Reddick wasn't a part of it, The Wire I don't think would be known as we know it today. But again, thank you so much for listening. If you guys have any stories about Lance Reddick, be it from The Wire, Destiny 2, or anywhere else, please feel free to share them with myself and with other individuals, either in the comments or via private messages. And I just want to say thank you to Lance Reddick and for participating in the Destiny community, and just for being an individual who obviously shared his love for Destiny. And as an individual who's part of that community, I'm going to miss that. And again, just thank you. Have a good day, everyone, and take care.